Yeah, so I went 5 years without winning another tour event. But pretty much I went 4 years of being really inconsistent. At that time, I didn't realize, because I didn't know what I know now about rod building, but the stuff I was using was mostly Florida based. It was for like vegetation. Everything was really stiff. They were big rods, 7.5, 8 foot rods, and to be consistent on the tour, you have to be able to fish everything, and you need to be able to customize everything to to compete with these guys. And and that, just looking back at it, I mean, there was just so many things I could have done different with my equipment if I was able to build my own stuff. So finally in 2015, I started building my own rods. I started learning so much about it and having all the right equipment. When I started rod building, some of the challenges I had was just, at first I was intimidated by it. Just all the different, the stuff you needed and stuff, and just all the equipment. It was just overwhelming, and it's like I got to put all these guides on. They got to be perfect. But after I built that first rod at Mudhole, it just opened my eyes to how easy it was. And and I went to Bob and Bob, I'd tell him, this blank I have, I want something, a little bit softer and stuff. And we'd put them on the board, and we'd find the blank. And if we didn't have it, we'd go make it, get it and order it. And it was just, it was awesome. It just helped so much.
John Cox is in the hunt for his second tour victory, fishing the way he likes to fish, looking for bedding bass in shallow water. But to win, he's going to have to outfish the 3-time Angler of the Year and his boyhood hero, Clark Wendlandt, one of the best sight fishermen to ever compete in this sport.
Getting ready for Hartwell, I knew I was going to be fishing real clear water. Knew I was going to need a spinning rod. And I, even being down here doing a lot of sight fishing, with bait casters and using heavy line, I was like, I want to get this spinning rod thing dialed in for bed fishing in that clear water, and that's what I did. I took a SJ842, and I built a couple different ones, but that was the key one that had enough parabolic bend, drive the hook in and to handle those big fish. I mean, I caught some 6-7 pounders on that rod on really light line, and it was a perfect application for it. I fished like 24 days straight, and it was all sight fishing. It was all with that spinning rod. I had so much confidence going into Hartwell, where if these fish were going to go on the beds, I was going to catch them.
Cox, who always fishes shallow anyway, the Mudhole Pro had a bit more company than he was expecting.
The fish definitely got split up this week. Everybody was on the bank pretty much, and like there was a few times where I would like wait for the guy to, someone to work a fish and leave it, and then I'd pull in and catch it. It was like we were like in a rotation, so it was. I got her. It was exciting, but I was hoping it was going to be colder, and because then a lot of people would be out deep, and then I'd go shallow and there wouldn't be as many people, and the bite would still be good. But I'm happy with it right now. I'm leading the tournament, so I can't complain. A little bit of an upgrade.
John sits on top of the leaderboard as the weekend cut begins, and he finds himself leading some veteran sticks like Daryl Robertson and Clark Wendlandt.
It was crazy too, because it was so cold leading up to it. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's not going to warm up enough to be any spawning fish." And as the week went on, and we kept seeing, we're getting ready to get record highs, and then it was the perfect storm.
I just pulled up to this little spot where I was planning on staying all day. It was just a muddy little pond. I thought I saw something like, doing circles up in like 5 inches of water, maybe like making a bed, but it just seemed like it was way too shallow, and I slung my jig up to it, and it just instantly just choked it, and I laid into the fish and got it halfway to the boat, and it come off. The hook opened up. That's awful for the first bite of the morning, that happened, I was just so disappointed, and I was just getting ready to leave, and I was like, you know what, let's go try her one more time. Got her. God. Oh my gosh. We got her. That's the one we lost. Holy smokes. That's the one that straightened the hook out on us. Oh. There we go, baby. That's the one we needed. Now we just need some 3-pounders. Got it. There we go, baby. That's a little upgrade there, baby.
John Cox, here we go, man, from DeBary, Florida. One of the best shallow water anglers in the history of this game. 16-12 on day 1, 20 pounds 5 ounces on day 2, 14 pounds and 3 ounces yesterday. Had you in second place, about 1 pound and 5 ounces off Clark Wendlan's lead. To take the lead from Jamie Horton, who was the first guy to weigh in and is still in the hot seat, you need just 11 pounds and 5 ounces. Here we go, a limit of bass today for John Cox. Worth. New leader, 16 pounds and 2 ounces. You got the lead. 16 pounds, 2 ounces of Lake Hartwell bass for John Cox.
I needed that one. That's number 1.
He's won at all levels of tournament fishing, an All-American champion, BFL regional champion, 4-time FLW Tour qualifier, and 3-time Angler of the Year. Welcome Cabela's pro, Clark Wendlandt.
It was so cool that it was me and him neck and neck going into this thing, because he's someone I've, been my idol forever. I had a Wheaties box with him on it, when I was like 10, in my room. So, it was just really cool, and it really hit me yesterday that, hey, look, I'm fishing with my idol now. So it's been an awesome tournament.
We're gonna crown our champion right here. 2 guys remain. Clark Wendlandt on day 1, 17 pounds and 9 ounces. Day 2, 15 pounds, 7 ounces. Day 3, 19 pounds and 9 ounces. Had you in first place with 52 pounds and 9 ounces. To take the lead from John Cox, you need 14 pounds and 13 ounces. Anything less, you're the champ. Here we go. Clark Wendlandt.
So how did that work out? Oh, I won the tournament.
14 pounds and 6 ounces. Your champion is John Cox of DeBary, Florida. Wow! A great win for you, $100,000, man. Making another run at that Angler of the Year title.